What's up, King Cats? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are here for a beauty video on my perfect base. So I feel like I've really nailed down my foundation routine, my bronzing routine, my highlighting routine, all of that. Just a nice, natural, glowy base. I would not say this is like super full coverage, not necessarily meant to be intensely long wearing. It's just something that looks really nice, really fresh, really healthy, really hydrated. Like we've been sitting in a sauna for an hour or more, just dripping at all times. So if you want to see the base that I've been going to lately and how to do it for yourself, then just keep on watching this video. Oh, we gotta get that. Well, that was sufficiently weird. All right. Fuck, I should probably have all of my necessary products like out before I do this and be like professional. All right, so we're gonna start this mess off by moving our phone. And now we're gonna start by taking this NARS Radiant Booster. This is my new obsession. Oh my goodness. So hopefully the camera picks it up. Also say hello to Franco. That's our little friend. We're gonna take care of him in a second. But this stuff is just like this gorgeous, radiant fluid that you put on your face. I've been using it underneath and then also as a highlighter. I've also said to myself that in the summertime, when you're sitting by the pool and you're like, I want to be a glowy bitch because we want to be a glowy bitch at all times, that this mixed with a facial friendly sunscreen, it's going to be it. So I don't know if you can see, but just that gorgeous like luminosity. Like we live for that. Okay, I'm just going to take my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Custard. I'm just gonna cover up all my issues, all my problems, all my worries, all my past traumas. Yeah, we love that. Also, my face is going to be significantly darker than it should be because I have to blend it to my body, and that's just how it goes. So I don't know what you want me to tell you. My self-tanner has faded considerably, but I need to put on a fresh coat immediately before the Arnold, so not today because today is Wednesday. So I'm just gonna wait. For the lid, I'm gonna buff that out with a brush. No. Get that nice and blended in. Also, I'm gonna be playing with a new shadow palette that I got in the mail. So I'm gonna wait to do my eyes. Normally when I do reverse makeup, I do my eyes first, but I'm gonna wait to do that until after. So yeah, dated. Oh, I was gonna blend this out with a beauty blender, but then I just got carried away and I didn't. I'm just gonna take some of that leftover concealer on my brush and kind of just feather it over my little Franco friend. The more I put on blemishes when I get them, the worse they look. So we're just taking a hands-off approach. Okay, so I'm actually gonna wait to set that for a minute, which sounds strange, but bear with me. Now I'm just gonna take this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand and cut my shit out. Am I almost at the end? It's almost gone. This product has actually lasted quite a long time though. I got this in the summer and I've had it ever since. Also, in case you didn't watch the first reverse makeup tutorial that I did that was inspired by Sam Robindoll, we're not on a first name basis, but I feel like just her name is Samantha on the internet. So that's what I call her. This is one of those things that looks worse before it looks better, if that makes sense. Beat that in. Also, if you see these nice marks on my wrist, it's because I've actually been using my wrist wrap as a way to hold ice on my wrist because I managed to strain what we think is my brachioradialis by moving boxes. So that's great. Cute. I'm gonna try and use this blush. This blush and I have been having problems, but overall I like it. This is the Milk Perk cream blush. I just take it on this little e.l.f. stippling brush and I just kind of put there. Nice and subtle, like right on top of that bronzer. I've not been a huge blush person for like a very long time. But recently I've been giving it a chance because everyone deserves a chance, right? Where's my foundation? Why can't I find it? Now I'm gonna take this NARS Sheer Glow foundation. Oh, I love this. I bought this a couple of weeks ago when I went on a bender at Sephora, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It is more of a medium coverage, I would say, foundation. It's definitely not full coverage, and I don't like full coverage foundation at this moment in time in my life. So this stuff is perfect. It's beautiful. It's luminous. So if you have more oily skin, I would say maybe not. But if you have more quote unquote normal, which all skin is normal skin, dry skin like me, then this would be great, especially if you like a more radiant, natural, I've been sitting in the sauna for a few minutes finish. Ideally, I would like to look like I've been sitting in the sauna for at least a half an hour. I swear, the amount of blending I have to do down into my neck is obscene. But self-tanner just does not like to stay in this region, or this one really, but then my arms are like, yes, we will hold on to you for dear life. So I just do my best to match all of that when I'm in between tans. So now we're basically, I guess I should tell you what I'm doing. Just going over all of the areas that did not have either the contour or the blush on them to fill in with foundation. I said this on my story the other day, but part of why I've been liking reverse makeup so much is because I don't use as much product, particularly with my foundation. So not only do I get a more natural looking makeup look, but I also use less foundation. So if you're investing in, you know, higher end foundations, then, you know, you can kind of stretch your dollar a little bit by doing something like reverse makeup, where you're only using foundations in the areas where it's needed, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna touch up my under eyes with a little bit of my concealer in the Beauty Blender, just a little, and I'm gonna add an eye booger. I'm gonna blend that in. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna set just a couple of key areas. I've been this way, I'd say, for about a year now. I can't find my powder. I do not like setting my whole face. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. It just, to me, looks and feels super powdery, super makeup-y. And I just, again, I'm not at that place in my life. I can't remember the last time I set my face 100% with powder. So I pretty much only set the areas that are more prone to slipping. So particularly areas where I put concealer, like under my eyes and then on my eyelids to prepare them for eyeshadow, around my nose and my T-nose, like I'm doing here. And just kind of, by the way, this is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Setting Powder. This powder, oh my god, it's like a filter. I remember the first time I ever used it, I was like, is that me? And it was. And it was great. Okay. So now that that is set, we're gonna move on the highlighter. So today, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do weird things with my tongue. Oh, never say that out loud again. Never, ever, ever. Ugh, that was cringy. I'm gonna take these Algenist Reveal Drops and put them on my face. Once again, we are trying to achieve the fresh out of the sauna look. And I'm just taking the small pointy end of the Beauty Blender to blend that in, just so that it's not getting all over my face. I want it in a more concentrated area, just like right at the top of those cheekbones. I find if I use this side, then it gets all the way down into here, which is where I don't want the product. So I'm keeping it right where I want it. And then one thing I will say with reverse makeup, you guys saw me contour with the Charlotte Tilbury on my cheeks and my forehead. I will use a powder on my nose along with a powder highlight on my nose, and I do think I am going to go over this with a powder highlight just to be extra today, because why not? It's a Wednesday. On Wednesdays we wear extra highlight, but not pink, because pink is fucking disgusting. In my opinion, if you don't like, I mean, if you like pink, then that's fine, that's you, that's fine. I don't hate you, I just hate pink and I think you're wrong. I do things in a really strange order. I normally do my nose after I do everything, like my eyes and everything, but that's not gonna happen today because I want to show you how to do this. So I'm just gonna take this Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic, that's this one, yep, Tan-Tastic bronzer. I like this one more than the I forget the name of the black one, but I like this one a bit more simply because it's a bit more cool toned, and I prefer a cool toned bronzer slash contour. Otherwise I just look super orange. I don't know if it's because I have olive skin, I don't know what it is, but I just look super orange when I do it, so I don't. One thing I really like doing with nose contour is actually starting in like the base of my brow and then bringing that down, crossing my arms across my body in a very awkward fashion because that's who I am as a person. And the thing here is I'm not trying to look super sketched out. I'm trying to look more natural. Trick everyone into thinking that I really do just look like this. Okay, now I'm actually going to take some of this and put a little bit of detail on the cheeks where I want to look like I could cut someone with my cheekbone. Some of the shade Canvas from the Morphe and James Charles palette, which touch up the sides of my nose. So I'm gonna mix the shades Ring Light and So Good from the Morphe and James Charles palette. Pop that on. That looks quite nice. I've been sitting in the sauna for 45 minutes. Sauna. Sauna. Sahana. Fihihihine. I like that. Little baby brush. Okay, now I'm gonna take this little baby brush, the same highlight shades, and I'm gonna get ye old nose. And I like to blend out nose highlight with my finger a little bit just to, it almost to me looks like it's like crushing the pigments together, if that makes sense. So it looks a little bit less, like they're not chunky, but just to make it look less chunky. I don't fucking know how to describe it. Right down the bridge of the nose. Gorgeous. Before I go on to the eyes, I'm gonna hit this with a quick spritz of the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. I always leave my fucking mouth open. So that is our base. I really love this base because I feel like it's just super natural, very glowy, very healthy looking. It's not like super cut, like super snatched, but it's still snatched. It's like a subtle snatch, and I will never say subtle snatch ever again in my life also, because that has a lot of different meanings. But you know what I'm saying. You understand. So I really like this. It's a great everyday base. It does hold up pretty well. I would not say this is like an all day or like going out to the club type situation, just because it's not really meant for that. It's meant to be a bit more luminous and more just glowy, which means it probably won't last as long as something that's like super matte and like set with 17 different layers of powder. But I find it super beautiful. I think it looks just radiant and nice and lovely. So that is the base. I'm gonna go pop on an eye real quick and I'll be back. All right, so that is the look all finished up. I just popped on an eye really quick. I popped on some lips. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and then I also use the Morphe and James Charles eyeshadow palette for this eye look. But yeah, that is my go-to base makeup as of right now. I literally do this every day when I'm doing makeup if I'm not just wearing like CC cream. That's what I do a lot of days, to be quite honest. Also, I just want everyone to note that I spilled eyelash glue on my legs and my leg hair is a bit grown out. Trying to get eyelash glue off of hairy legs is a job for the Marines, not for me. But here I am. Greatness has been thrust upon me. Oh, fuck, ow. Yeah, so that's the struggle of my day. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to try out this base for yourself, if you do try it out for yourself, take a glam selfie and tag me, please. But if you enjoyed this video, if you thought this was fun, if you want to see more beauty videos, then please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, all that good happy stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.